So say you have a simple airport with 2 runways and a terminal with 6 gates. Well, the demand for the airport is going to increase as the city expands, and they're going to get increasingly crowded, and the number of flights you can schedule with just 6 gates is going to be limited. So what can you do? You're smart enough to come up with a solution where you can extend the terminal to allow for space for more gates. This way you can allow for 10 gates. And what if you need even more capacity? Well, you can just do more of that. You can just extend that even more, adding space for 6 more gates. However, the problem with this is that now people need to walk a long way, 1 kilometer to get to the end. However, this is okay. You can install moving walkways to make the process faster. However, with now, the same issue of capacity arises, as simply too many people want to use a limited amount of space. So you can just add 2 more of these extended terminals to allow for space for a total of 20 gates. Well, what if you need even more space or capacity? That's when you introduce the second terminal, hence why many airports have more than 1 terminal, which can directly double the capacity of the airport. Well, what if you need even more space? Obviously, there's not enough space in the middle to build a 3rd terminal, and say the surrounding land of the airport has already been acquired, so you can't just build on it. Well, introduce the satellite terminal. You can add space for 10 more gates for a total of 50 gates in the satellite terminal, and we can connect the terminals with a high-capacity rail transit option. Well, what if you need even more space? What if this is not enough? Well, we can introduce extra parking spaces for the airplane. However, the problem with this is that if you take a bus to the open and it's raining, you're going to have to board the plane while it's in the rain. Well, who said you can't build a shelter or a mini terminal for these? And you can also schedule bus routes to go between them very frequently. And with these designs all consideration, now you have enough space for 55 gates, which is much more than the 6 gates that we started with.